Your body begs for comfort. Your mind demands rest, 𝐷𝐵𝐴s. But warriors are forged in the fire that would burn the weak to ashes. While you sleep, someone is bleeding for the same dream you abandon daily. This is not a video to motivate you. It's a call to war. Society created you to be domesticated. I am here to awaken the dormant predator inside you. 97% of people who start this video won't have the courage to implement what I'm about to reveal. They prefer the illusion that success is for the chosen few. Are you ready to become part of the 3%? The path to becoming unbeatable is not for the faint of heart. It's for those willing to sacrifice who they are today for the empire they can build tomorrow. The world doesn't reward mediocrity. It rewards those who refuse to settle, those who push beyond what others consider possible. Every champion, every icon, every legend you admire made a decision that you haven't made yet. They decided that average was not acceptable. Let me tell you about a warrior I once knew. He wasn't born special. He wasn't gifted with extraordinary talent. What separated him was his understanding of a truth most people spend their entire lives avoiding. He understood that motivation is a lie. It's a temporary emotional high that vanishes when the real work begins. This warrior built his life on something far more powerful: unwavering discipline. Every morning at 4:30 a.m., while his competitors slept, he was already at war with his limitations. Rain or shine, sick or healthy, happy or devastated, the discipline remained unshaken. Ask yourself honestly, do you show up only when you feel like it? Or do you show up regardless of how you feel? Most people live reactive lives, responding to whatever emotions arise within them. They're slaves to their feelings. They're slaves to their feelings. But feelings are liars. They tell you to quit when growth is just around the corner. The warrior understood that his mind would always seek comfort. So instead of fighting this truth, he embraced suffering as the pathway to strength. He learned to love what others avoid. When you run from pain, you run from growth. When you run from difficulty, you run from the very thing that would make you unbeatable. Have you noticed how your excuses sound reasonable to you? I'm too tired. I don't have enough time. I'll start tomorrow. These aren't reasons, they're surrenders. The warrior faced the same voices of doubt, but he made a decision that changed everything. He chose to become a master of his mind rather than its servant. The warrior understood something profound about human potential. Our capabilities aren't fixed, ablative. They expand in direct proportion to the challenges we're willing to face, this balance of face. Every time you choose the difficult path, your capacity grows. Every time you choose comfort, your capacity shrinks. Look at your life right now. The results you have are the perfect reflection of the choices you've made. If you don't like your results, you must change your choices. It's that simple and that difficult. Here's the turning point most people miss. Your identity determines your actions far more than your motivation ever will. When the warrior stopped saying, I want to be disciplined, and started saying, I am discipline personified, everything shifted. He no longer needed to decide whether to show up. Showing up became who he was, not what he did. This is the secret of the unbeatable. They don't rely on fleeting motivation. They rewire their very identity. The human mind cannot consistently act in ways that contradict its self-image. This is why most people fail. They try to perform actions that conflict with how they see themselves. But when you reconstruct your identity, When you become obsessed with a new vision of yourself, your actions automatically align with that vision. The warrior stopped seeing obstacles as barriers. He began to recognize them as the very things designed to make him unbeatable. Fear became a compass pointing toward growth. Pain became proof of expansion. Most people pray for an easy life. The warrior prayed for the strength to endure a difficult one. Here's the truth that most motivational content won't tell you. Your life will get harder before it gets easier. Transformation is painful. Evolution requires resistance and here. But on the other side of that resistance is a version of yourself that cannot be defeated by ordinary challenges. A version that doesn't break when others crumble. The warrior didn't just try to be disciplined when it was convenient. He built his entire existence around unwavering standards. And that's the difference between the temporary success that most achieve and the lasting greatness that few ever know. Your potential is like a muscle. It atrophies without resistance. The comfortable life you seek is the very thing preventing you from becoming who you were meant to be. Comfort is a slow death for your dreams. So how do you begin this transformation? How do you reforge your mind into that of a warrior? First, you must create daily rituals that align with your new identity. The warrior began each morning by visualizing himself completing his most difficult tasks with unwavering discipline. He didn't just see it, he felt it in every cell of his body. Start with just 5 minutes every morning. Close your eyes and see yourself executing with perfect discipline. Studying. Feel the resistance, feel the discomfort, and see yourself pushing through it relentlessly. Second, you must eliminate the escape routes. Delete the distractions that provide temporary relief from discomfort. The warrior understood that comfort is the enemy of greatness. Identify the 3 biggest distractions that steal your focus. Now commit to removing them completely for the next 30 days. This isn't about balance, it's about obsession. Third, you must reframe suffering. Suffering buys. When your muscles burn during a workout, that's not pain, that's weakness leaving your body. When your mind resists difficult work, that's not burnout, that's mental fragility being exposed before it's eliminated. The warrior didn't just accept suffering, he welcomed it as evidence he was on the right path. Start saying this when challenges arise. This is making me unbeatable. Fourth, you must create accountability that doesn't rely on motivation puppets. The warrior would commit to specific actions in advance, removing the option to decide in the moment. Pre-commitment beats willpower every time. Create consequences for inaction that are more painful than the discomfort of taking action. This isn't about punishment, it's about creating a system that works with human psychology rather than against it. Fifth, you must eliminate the victim mindset. The warrior took radical responsibility for everything in his life. No blame, no excuses, no justifications. When you blame circumstances, you surrender your power to change them. The moment you take full responsibility is the moment you reclaim control over your destiny. I won't lie to you. This path is lonely. While others seek comfort, you'll be embracing discomfort. While they rest, you'll persist. But ask yourself, would you rather be comfortable and ordinary or uncomfortable and extraordinary? The choice confronts you every single day. And your actions, not your words, reveal your true answer. The warrior's greatest insight came during his darkest moment. When he felt most like quitting, he realized becoming unbeatable isn't about never falling. It's about rising every single time life knocks you down. Your excuses sound reasonable to you now. Your limitations feel real. But on the other side of discipline is a freedom that the comfortable will never know. Discipline equals freedom. It's the paradox that the warrior lived by. The more you subject yourself to voluntary hardship, the less involuntary hardship can affect you. This is not just about achievement. It's about becoming a person who can withstand any storm. A person who faces adversity with unwavering resolve. Most people never discover what they're truly capable of because they surrender at the first sign of discomfort. But you now know the truth that the warrior discovered. Discomfort is the price of admission to an extraordinary life. Every moment of resistance you push through builds the mental fortitude that others lack. Every challenge you embrace forges the unbreakable spirit that will carry you through life's inevitable hardships. The decision is yours now. Will you continue living as you have been? Or will you embark on the warrior's path? Remember, your body begs for comfort, your mind demands rest. But warriors are forged in the fire that would burn the weak to ashes. Become unbeatable. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but right now, in this moment, the warrior is waiting for you to join the ranks of the undefeated Bakads. The only question that remains is, are you brave enough to answer the call?